上五角大厦，看 AK。
See it? Hot. Yo, guys, look over here. We got a very special event today. And then we're actually invited to the grand opening of the VFC AK. And check it out. That's the exploder view right here. That's pretty absolutely insane. I want to talk about the insane part about this system right here. First of all, let's take a closer look on the overall build quality. Seems like this is the steel barrel and also the steel bolt, and the air nozzle seems pretty promising. Almost everything is made out of steel. One thing that catches my eye is the hammer. The hammer part, the spring itself, it's actually made just like the real deal, because the real AK hammer spring inside, it's actually made with, you know, those twisted wires. And also something very important to keep in mind is this entire bolt assembly, which I personally think it is absolutely insane, because this thing right here, it is CNC'd out of this big chunk of metal, like literally this big chunk of metal. If I accidentally kick it or drop it, I'm gonna break my bone. This is really heavy. So yeah, that's a lot of material for that. Absolutely insane, but I'm gonna gently put it back so I don't break the floor. Also, there's another thing I want to take you guys. Actually, guys, look, I got a chance to hold the tactical version of the AK in my hands. I think this is really cool. And then again, another very cool thing about VFC guns is that this thing looks extremely heavy, but I'm holding it with one hand. It's got a little bit of weight to it. However, I think it is pretty comfortable. It's not like super heavy and then makes you feel, you know, it's breaking your arm and shit. And one really amazing thing is the magazine. Only I don't know how heavy that is, but just based on my feeling, pretty damn light. Look at that. I would call it probably a paper magazine. Damn. Looking forward to it. All right, check it out. Now there's more and more people coming in, but take a look. They got all different AKs laid out, and this one looked extra Russian, probably because of the sight. And look over here, I think that's another classic one right there. And then there's just, hey, more people coming in. And I found something very suspicious. I'm just gonna, what the hell is this? Look at that. This is the SIG P365, and then out of the strike industry. And whenever it's something that is made out of strike industry, it's got that beautiful look. This little package right here, it's got all the modern designs inside. See, you got the mag plate, where it makes pulling the mag much easier. And I really do like the grip on it. It's very comfortable. And also another very cool thing is that this thing, it does take RMR for sure. And you might be asking, if I remove the two screws and remove the sight, where do the air nozzle screw goes? It's actually these two screws. So you can just remove the entire assembly, and then the air nozzle assembly inside is gonna stay still. Like very nice design. And also another very cool thing is, I personally really like I think the trigger, it is quite interesting. Despite the fact that the travel in the beginning, it is really long. However, the reset, it is very clear. It's quite nice. And also to take it apart, this one, it does, despite its size, it does take standard Marui spec GBB buckings and also barrels. and you adjust the hop up through here. There's a tiny little screw that you can adjust. Such a small package, but again, extremely comfortable to hold in hands. I do like the mag well design as well, very small. And then once you tucked it in, boom, this small package is ready to go. And I'm sure it is CQB friendly. And this will be launched officially by VFC. Stay tuned, guys. This one, I think it is really, really hot.
活动即将开始，请各位贵宾、嘉宾就座。那请工作人员请就位。
谢谢各位。
谢谢，请大家掌声鼓励。我们等一下稍作一下休息的话，会提供一个试打活动。
I got my hands on one of the very first samples, and you see, like VFC, they actually applied some tapes around it, which means this is the sample that I'm not supposed to operate. However, I think I'm gonna do it anyways. But again, I think the entire gun, just like what I said before, it looks very heavy, but by the time you grab your hands on it, the weight is very manageable. And then overall, it just feels, I think it does feel very nice in the hands. And then no one is watching, I'm gonna take it apart. And you know, one very interesting thing about the gun is that when you operate it, after I played around with it, the trigger is very interesting. The trigger pull, it is extremely light. However, when you want to push the hammer down, the hammer is actually really hard. And also the reset, I feel like the reset is harder than the trigger pull, which makes it quite interesting. And also, let me take this apart. According to VFC, I can show you guys exactly what's going on in there. Seems like we have a small buffer spring right here, and also they do have some like extra details here for the recoil rod as well. Once you look inside, the material used right here seemed very promising. All steel parts, and then wow, even that spring, it just, I think the overall build quality looked pretty impressive. And one of the most amazing part definitely is the bolt, because that's made out of that big chunk of metal and then CNC'd it out. So I'm not sure like how many they can make, but I'm pretty sure that it's gonna take them a pretty long time to produce it. So now I'm gonna try to push down the hammer. Very interesting. Did you hear that? When I push it down, it's got that it's got quite a bit of tension to it. You see, this looked quite different to the GHK system, and they also got those small attention to details. Like, wow, this looks absolutely, this looks something new. See, when I push it down, ooh, and then that is something new. Let me take the bolt out. I want to take a look inside. But again, make sure no one's around. Okay, let's take a look. See, look at that. Very promising internals. And also, ooh, wow. I like this a lot. Because everything is CNC'd out of this big chunk of metal, it is extremely precise. And then the beautiful part is that when I rack the valve and release it, it actually pushes the air out from here, from the nozzle, that I can actually feel it from my hand. That means really, really amazing air seal out of it. And then also another thing is that, see, there's this rail. So this means your nozzle is not gonna like wobble too much, and then it's gonna stay on the rail, and it's just, and it's got the spring inside. I'm not perfectly sure like why Maruri don't want to do it with the spring, but at least VFC got it in. So is it good or bad? I don't know. Test it out. Okay, then last but not the least, it's the hop-up chamber. The hop-up chamber itself, this is to increase the hop-up. And then I think the adjustment, I think it's better than the ARs. It's manageable that I can use my fingernails to increase the hop-up and to decrease the hop-up. And according to VFC, when you loosen the 2 screws right here, you can remove the entire hop-up unit from the gun, which means this is really good because, you know, normally when for the other versions of other AKs out there, if you want to remove the hop-up chamber, you have to remove the entire front handguard unit out in order to get to the hop-up. But this time, all you need to do is just loosen the 2 screws, and you got it. So, very promising internals. Right now, there's 249. By the time of 3, that they will have a test fire session. We'll test it out and see how it feels like. Oh, 那这支可以打了吗？好。Like full auto. This almost feels like an M4. It's so well made. Okay, then when I talk about the reset, see, I will use my left hand to show you guys. Ooh, see? The spring is very soft, and the reset, it's got that. What I mean is that it's very smooth, but at the same time, it's very clear. So if you got a good hang of it, you can almost bump fire this thing. So let me see if I can get it. And stops firing. Very nice, super snappy. So if you got your gun lock and loaded, and then now the gun is hot, ready to fire, and then you turn it to safety, you can still manage to pull the bolt open to check if you have a BB inside, just like the real deal. However, that means, let's say if I released it, turned it to safety, I want to do the same thing, it doesn't work. Beautiful detail. Okay. Cleaning rod challenge. No. Hey, got it. Woo. Damn, that's hot. That's hot. Wow, the grouping is good. Yo, this opportunity right here, it is so rare. This pistol right here, Strike Industries, the 6-hour P365, right? Is it? Sorry, when it comes to real guns or new guns, I'm quite a noob. But wow, this one, I'm gonna test fire this thing. Let's see how it feels like. So turn the RMR on. Ooh, yeah, it is so small, super compact. Ooh. Let's get a closer one. Ready? despite the fact that the magazine is fairly small, the gas efficiency is no joke. Oh, I like it. I like it already. Super, super nice. Alright, here I would like to make the closing. Hope you guys enjoyed this really quick episode. But yeah, VFC contacted us just last week. I was like, hey guys, we got this test fire session, show up. And so here we are. And I have to say, truly enjoyed it. And then I think my current conclusion right now, since we're receiving a sample fairly soon, we will do a full test on it. But just based on what we did, I think the accuracy on it is pretty crazy. And also the gas efficiency is pretty good. At the same time, I think it's a little too smooth that it doesn't feel like an AK. You know, it's very well made, it's very smooth, it's very precise. It just doesn't feel like an AK. I was shooting like a precision rifle. But again, it's not called an AK, it's called the AV-47. 74, sorry, my bad. So guys, stay tuned, we'll get a test out very quick.